Okay, good morning and hi people. I just wanted to get this information out to you soon. It's been 4 days since I've been discharged from the hospital. And so I wanted to update you and give you a quick review of my discharge papers. And we'll just go over them together because I'm still suffering from the pain, the strain, and the pure resistance of just being limited from doing my normal activities right now. I'm used to being at the gym this morning, doing a quick hour, and if I happen to have my grandchildren, which I do, this weekend, we will be in the swimming pool. And I will be in the whirlpool, I'll be in the sauna, and but I can't do that right now. And so, doesn't, yeah, I'm gonna admit, it got me a little down because I'm used to being more active and vibrant and everything. And it snowed so bad here, if you can see out there. And now we're down to below zero, which means that stuff out there is frozen. So I don't want to take any chances in slipping again. So anywho, we're going to go over my discharge papers a little bit. Just a couple of notes for you guys because what I've learned definitely in dealing with my disease and my illnesses, knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you have, the more you can take that power and have it for your own benefit. It may not be for everybody, it may not be for you, but it's what's worked for me. And so, and I like to teach it, spread it, because you don't know what life you may have touched that day. And if it just touches one person, it's worth it. So, my diagnosis was a back injury. And so that's when I slipped on the ice and I fell completely onto my buttocks. I didn't fall flat. I fell straight down. But the vibrations and the intensity was so harsh, it even rocked my brain a little bit up against my skull. It gave me an instant headache. And so, but I stood straight up and just moved around a little bit to make sure it wasn't nothing broken, because if something was broken, then I wouldn't have been able to walk, right? And I was across the street from my complex, but far enough where it would have been difficult because I stay in a remote, kind of like isolated half of a cul-de-sac. So, and the houses are far, far back, and the houses are like a good quarter of a mile up into the front door to any house I would have pinpointed to run to, which thankfully I didn't have to. I had my granddaughter with me, but still, it was an ordeal. So let's just get to the preventive measures and we'll talk a little more. So first they want you to, what actions can I take to prevent back injuries? Well, you know, with my lupus, I already have aggressive arthritis, which is rheumatoid arthritis and all of those ritises. But it's a difference between all of them. And it's important that you know the difference and what to do with each and every one. So, first you're going to increase your vitamin D and your calcium. Okay? And you get these from like dairy products and green leafy vegetables and foods and drinks that has calcium added to them, or that are fortified, okay? And foods that have vitamin D in them includes milk and foods and drinks that vitamin D is added to, okay? And of course, you can take supplements and vitamins, but as directed by your doctor. You always have to check with your doctor, especially when we get older, elderly, past our golden year, which is 50, all right? You really have to be careful and monitored by your primary doctor at all times, every 3 months, no longer than every 6 months, and definitely once a year. So, what they diagnosed with me, because I had a bone density test last month, you guys, if you followed with me, they diagnosed me with osteopenia, which is a not major but minor, well, no, it is major, form of osteoporosis, but not quite there. It's when your bones is a little bit more dense and brittle, but not quite as brittle as having osteoporosis, but it can lead there. That's the point I'm trying to make. It can definitely lead there, but we can cut it off, because I've learned that bone do regrow. It is a regrowth in your bone mass, and you can promote it and help it along the way with some of the things that I've already mentioned. And it's a drug out there called alendronate or alendronate, or however you want to pronounce it. Now, it is distinct instructions when you take this drug. It is one pill and that you take weekly for as long as your doctor may think you may need it. Say like 3 months. It can go all the way up from 3 to 5 years in taking this specific medication. And what it does, it promotes growing your bones back, or growing them stronger. And that's what we're looking for here. Mine is 70 milligrams, and I take one per week now. So you, what I do is that I mark off my calendar one specific day that I'm going to take it. Like mine is on a Monday. So I put some kind of indentation on my calendar to tell me that this is the day to take my pill. And it's specific instructions that you need to know about taking this specific medication. And that is that you have to take it with 6 to 8 ounces of water or more. And you have to take it a half hour before you eat or take your medication that morning. You have to take it on an empty stomach, because from what I find out, it erodes the esophagus area, your esophagus, and they don't want you to regurgitate it or have any reflux of this medication, because it can corrode those organs, and not organs, but the cartilage and everything in your throat. Let me not have to be so specific and everything about it. It corrodes your throat if you regurgitate it back up. So they want you to drink plenty of water, between 6 to 8 ounces of water when you take this medication. And they want you not to lay down flat. They want you to stand, sit up straight, walk, do some kind of activity for half an hour. So what I do is, after I take it and drink it down with my water, instead of me not being able to go to the gym and doing all of that physical strenuous stuff that I would do at the gym, my complex is 8 floors. So I decided to walk my complex. But the way I do it, to make up for a whole 30 minutes, I leave out of my door I go to the stairwell. I go down a flight of steps. I walk that floor, go to the other end, to the other stairwell. I go down another flight of steps. And I do this repeatedly for my whole 8 floors. And believe it or not, when I came back into my apartment, it was 30 minutes. I couldn't believe it. So that's what worked for me. So let's get to it. Like I told you, osteopenia isn't as serious, but it can increase your risk of bone fractures and increase into osteoporosis. And see, my lupus causes the osteopenia anyway, because it increases my rheumatoid arthritis and my collagen defects, and that's because of my autoimmune deficiency disease. So I'm already at risk for having fragile bones and everything. So I'm grateful that I wasn't at the point. I'm grateful for this medication, but I wasn't at the point when I needed this medication when I was first diagnosed 13 years ago, when I was in my 50s. But this medication is also for postmenopausal women who, after, not having their menstruation and everything any longer, and they go into menopause, they the fortification of their bones are decreasing as they age. So they give you this medication for women who are at risk for that. So it's like I say, to promote. Someone's coming down the hall. That's why it may seem like I'm a little distracted. So let me get back to what I'm saying. Hey, neighbor. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay, physical fitness. And it improves your balance and the strength that you have in your body. And they want you to do at least 30 minutes a day, most days. If you're vigorous at it, they tell you to do from 3 to 4 days a week, rest a day, and then go back into it. And that's when we get into your muscles and all of that. But develop strong belly muscles, abdomen muscles, and that's because it supports your back. And stay at a healthy weight. These are my discharge papers, okay? There's plenty of them, but I'm just going to read a portion of them. Okay. And prevent body injuries or back injuries by developing and keeping a good posture. Choose chairs that are low back, lumbar support, okay? And raise your smartphone or tablet to look at it instead of bending your head or neck down to look at it. And put the smartphone or tablet at the level your face is looking at the screen, like I'm doing with you cats here. Okay, and definitely avoid heavy lifting. All right, and especially lifting over and over and over again. No, we ain't no track stars, okay? And it tells you to not sleep on a mattress that is too soft or too hard. And put heavier objects on shelves at waist level. Put lighter objects on lower or higher shelves. Exercise, get a massage, use a technique to help you to relax. Talk with your doctor if you are feeling sad or worried. These conditions can also increase your back pain, believe it or not. Wear flat shoes with cushioned soles and use both straps when you have a backpack. Okay, and this is definitely aimed at individuals or a individual to not smoke or use tobacco products. And if you need help, ask your doctor. If you need help in quitting, back injuries can be very painful and difficult to heal. They also gave me a lidocaine patch, which is good for 12 hours. They put one on me while I was in the hospital, and it worked. It really does until I may. It'll let you know if you go over your limit because that pain will come back, but it soothes my back, that portion that seems to be a little weakened. And like I said, this is just my gift to you, and it's stemming from my experiences of this past week. Let's see, my thoughts for today. Not stir up any commotion. Stay kind and loving to one another. If you want to see your neighbor, just look in the mirror and see yourself. That's looking at your neighbor. Treat them as you would want to be treated. Give life a chance if you're feeling down and sad, or maybe in a state of depression and you're too proud to reach out to anyone. Give life a chance. It's all how you navigate it. So for that, I want to say God bless you, and I'll see you cats again later.